No, Nancy, I do not have a thing for older women. I just happen to represent them, and this one is obviously upset, so could you just wait outside?
Sure, Harold.
Better yet, come back later this afternoon, okay?
I can't come back later. Not after this pressure you put me under in court.
Yeah, it was chancery, Nancy, not court. And since the commissioner's ruling still applies, why don't you just leave?
I'm not going to leave, Harold.
Yes, she is. Now, please just calm down. Look, Nancy, I've had just about all I can take. My client is entitled to talk with me in private.
Well, can I talk with you just for a minute? Look, lady, you don't mind, do you? This is an emergency.
Nancy, she didn't hear that. She's hard of hearing.
Lady, can I talk with your lawyer? Do you mind?
Let go of me. I'm going to...
No.
No, lady's not hard of hearing. She's stone deaf.
Nancy, don't come.
Hey,
Nancy, don't do
lady.
that. Nancy, don't.
Go of me, Harold.
Lights up a purple sky, and as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome I could cry.
I haven't seen you with a guitar in a long time, Lance.
Well, there's not a whole lot to do, you know, with Blue gone.
Yeah, Blue was a good dog, wasn't he?
Don't call him that, man.
You miss not having him to boss around, huh?
Yeah, if you say so.
Or kick at, or yell at, or push around, huh?
Look, why don't you knock it off, man? All I did was take care of the guy. That's the only thing he understood. Me and Blue understood each other.
Well, forget about him. You have other responsibilities, like Miriam Mason. How is she?
She could use a little loving.
I told you before to keep your hands off of her, so don't even hint that again.
It's just a joke, Ron. I never touched her. So what did you come out here for, to tell me that?
No, not really.
Good, because I thought you were playing teacher to college boy this afternoon, huh?
Weaver asked for the day off, and I gave it to him. He earned it.
Yeah, well, maybe I could earn a day off, too, if you give me something more interesting to do than to play jail guard to that fraud.
I need you to double for Blue.
Yeah, I need you to give me some dynamite for a railroad track, because I'm getting sick of that train.
Why don't you relax, Lance? It's the sounds of the country. It's like the sounds of summertime. You should be used to that by now.
Yeah? Well, I'm not, man. I'm going out of my skin in this place.
Well, just don't take your diversions out on Miriam.
Look, she's not my type, all right?
Good. I want to see her.
I told you, man, I never touched a girl. Now, if you don't trust me...
I said I want to see her! Now, you go get her right now. If you can't take orders, maybe Russ Weaver can. Now, go get her!
What is this, a thespian convention?
Honey, you are messing with the wrong cat calling me that.
Oh, no, Babs. It's thespian. It's like actors in costumes.
Yeah, well, no costume could cover up what she is here, a worn-out streetwalker.
No, Nancy, you apologize to Babs right now.
I will not. I mean, everybody knows it's true. I mean, this pretending she was your secretary is ridiculous.
She was my secretary.
And the only difference between you and me, sweetie, is that I'm reformed. You never will be.
Are you gonna let her talk to me like that?
Well, far be it from me to tamper with a witness.
Look, don't give me any of your legal jargon. I mean, she's calling me whatever. She's referring to me as a...
Excuse me, the term is hooker, and I don't like your tone.
Well, that's just too bad.
And I don't like your looks. And I don't like your attitude either. Come here, let's discuss this on your level.
Hey, ladies,
You
ladies.
couldn't get up to my level if you used a stepladder.
Oh, yeah? Well, I am gonna knock you off that pedestal in about 10 seconds.
You don't scare me.
Oh, really? 10, 9, 8, 7.
6, 5, 4,
Hey, this
3,
isn't funny
2.
anymore. Hey, now, come on. Ladies, please, no. Babs.
For that.
Here it goes. Here it goes. Oh, Gabriel, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Here it is. Gabriel, I love you. What would I do without you, huh? What would I do without you, baby? You're my friend, huh? Yeah, you are. You are. Gabriel. Okay, but I'm sorry, baby. Listen, get down here. Get relax. Just in case. You just stay real quiet. Just stay. Just stay. Okay. Gabriel, have you been playing in my purse? What? Look at it. It's all torn. Be careful next time. It's a little early for lunch already, isn't it?
No, it's not lunch. I see you got your little Percy there. That's good, because we're going to go shopping, honey. Now stand up.
Where are we going?
The boss just wants to see you. It's all right.
Why does he want to see me?
He just wants to see how you're doing. He's not going to hurt you. Don't get all nervous. He's as nice as I am.
Yeah, well, that's why it's pretty hard not to be scared.
Well, I say get unscared. All he wants to do is check up on you and make sure you're doing all right.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing just fine.
That's good. That's real good. And I've been treating you just fine, right? Huh?
Yes, yes.
That's good. And you tell him that, right? You're going to tell him I've been treating you just fine. Or I'll stop treating you just fine, okay?
Yes, sir.
Good girl. Like that. Don't worry.
This is better than aerobics, you know? I mean, it really gets the blood pumping.
Yeah, Babs, but in aerobics, the blood stays inside. Nancy, here, you want a handkerchief?
Don't touch me.
Here, let me give you
Give
a
me
hand.
that.
Hey, you're okay. There you go. There you go. It's all right. She's
not okay. It
Yeah.
hurts. You're both gonna pay, both of you.
No, Nancy, it takes two to make a fight now.
Oh, I must be bleeding. I'm sure I have a concussion.
No,
Oh,
it's just a little scratch.
I got her pretty good. My knuckles are starting to get stiff.
See, she's a maniac. I'm going right down to the police station, and I am going to have you arrested for assault and battery. And you're going to be locked up where you belong.
Nancy. Nancy! Nancy! You all right?
Are you kidding? I feel like Rocky.
Babs. I'm sorry I let her talk to you like that.
Oh.
I should have done something.
What could you say? You're a gentleman. That was definitely my shot. And, what a shot. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm proud of you. If you'd done it in the Coliseum, you would have got a standing ovation.
You better believe it.
But I'm afraid you could be in trouble if she goes to the police.
So what else is new?
No, I mean it, Babs. You could be charged with assault. Now, as much as I want you to stay here, I'm afraid that the safest thing for you to do is go on and get out of town.
Oh, Harold, I'm getting so tired of this. I wish you'd find Miriam in that purse.
I am. I'm working on it, and I'll do it as quick as I can. Believe me, I'm as tired of this charade as you are.
Yeah, well, back to Fairmont.
Hey, I don't know where you're going.
Yeah, right.
Babs, take care of yourself.
I will.
Keep in touch, okay?
I will. I promise. Bye.
Come on in, Charles. I've been expecting you.
What are you looking at? Somebody follow me?
No. No, I was just thinking about flying away somewhere, some island, somewhere that somebody never discovered yet. Staying there, living there the rest of my life with the woman of my dreams.
Well, you can stop dreaming, because I'm very reluctant to take my public face outside, since the Kingsley Chronicle is so interested in everything I do.
What's the matter? Somebody... Did you hear something from the kidnappers? Here, sit down.
Not a word, not a word. Harold, how do you interpret it? Have they given up? Or worse, is Miriam dead?
Oh, Charles, don't think like that. Don't do that. I mean, that'll just run you ragged if you start doing like that. What we got to do is we have to stay right on course and trust that they will get back in touch with us.
Well, how close are we to the money?
We got a little bit over $300,000. The rest is soon to come.
How soon?
Well, I've sold off about half your energy stocks, except for nuclear, and Friedman's about to pay off on the waterfront property. But if you are going to insist on investing in the Canterbury complex...
Of course I'm interested in investments, but they'll simply have to wait. They have to wait.
I agree.
My one and only concern is Miriam. So I want you to get busy on that ransom, and then maybe when you've done that, then I'll have time for investments.
Right.
Oh, Harold, we've just got to find Miriam. We've got to.
Who's that?
Gene Redland. Harold, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I was thinking...
Well, 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 look who's been following me.
I had no idea you were even here.
There's a likely story. You know, Harold, if you want any privacy at all in this office, you're going to have to hire yourself a receptionist.
I know that. No offense, Gene.
No, but I am very glad that I chanced to meet both of you here.
Chance my foot.
I am not following you, and that is the truth. But it just so happens that I have been appointed to continue this newspaper investigation on your daughter's disappearance.
Well, Mr. Redland, don't expect me to give you any help.
I don't expect you to believe this, Mr. Carpenter, but I am very concerned about Miriam. After all, she did share our home with us for several months.
Yes, and if you don't mind, I'd just as soon not be reminded of that.
Look, I don't want her life jeopardized. But the Chronicle can help. Don't you see, the more coverage that we do on this story, I believe that some reader might remember seeing her somewhere. I was hoping that you or Harold would have a word that I could use, or...
We haven't heard a thing, and I don't wish to comment on it any further.
Harold?
I'm sorry, Gene, but Mr. Carpenter's my client, and he's made his wishes known.
Well, Mr. Redland, if that's all...
Only if you should decide to change your mind, Mr. Carpenter.
I will not change my mind. And while I'm on the subject, let me make something very clear to you. From now on, I want absolutely nothing to do with you or any member of your family or the Kingsley Chronicle.
So are there any complaints about the food?
No, not really. No, not at all.
All right. Outside of a request for warmer clothes and water, is there anything else that you need? Within reason.
Well, it's not a need exactly, but I was just wondering if maybe, since I haven't seen Blue in quite a while, maybe you could, you know, I kind of got used to him and I miss him, so I thought maybe it would just be very nice if you could just have him at least bring me my meals the way he used to do all the
I'm afraid
time.
that can't be possible. Blue's gone.
Where'd he go? I mean, you could bring him back, couldn't you? Because at least, you know, for as long as I'm going to be here, which shouldn't be that much longer, right?
Look.
It can't be...
Forget about Blue. It's like you said, you don't need him.
What do you mean? I think maybe I do need him.
Blue's services were terminated. Now, is there anything else?
Yeah, why haven't you gotten the ransom yet?
Because the timing is bad. And we just have to wait until the right time.
You're not just stringing my father along, are you? I mean, you wouldn't do that.
Don't
You wouldn't
worry
take the
about
money.
it, Miss Mason. Don't worry. You'll be home with your daddy very soon, I promise you.
Would you please make it very soon then? Please make it very soon, because I don't think I can stand being cooped up out there alone.
I said don't worry. It's not going to be much longer.
No, it was nothing urgent, but I'm glad that I caught you.
Well, what is it?
Ben, Gene Redland stopped by this morning.
No,
He asked me again.
excuse me, Terry, but I think I know what he wanted, and the answer's still no.
You won't reconsider it?
I have, and I'm sorry, but I can't stomach the idea of Lori becoming a spectacle.
I don't think Gene has any intention of that at all. And I think the desensitivity would prevent that from happening.
Well, Terry, I don't care how sensitive he is. He would still be writing about an attempted rape, and that has spectacle built into it. And look, I mean, Lori's ordeal is over. It's not even news. And don't tell me about how many women will be helped by this kind of article. Ion's already tried that, and I still don't buy it. At least not now.
Well, I won't press you about it then. Say, I've got some new news for you.
Good. What is it?
This morning, Lori had a visitor. Would you believe Russ Weaver?
You're kidding.
No?
Were you there?
Sure was. He was nice and polite and, I think I'd even have to say humble.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that, but what reason would he have to see Lori?
Well, I think he read the newspaper article about Blue Nobles, and he was just aware of the fact of what she's been going through. He wanted to be supportive. I'm sure he was sincere.
Uh-huh. You say he was humble?
I know it's hard to believe that, but he certainly seems so.
Well, nothing's impossible. I don't know, maybe he's becoming a changed man.
I hope so.
Hey, Charles, you don't have to go.
Well, it's very apparent that Mr. Redland is going to stay as long as I do.
Mr. Carpenter, what I have to say, you're welcome to stay in here. It has nothing to do with the newspaper article. I need a little legal advice about a kid I know, Monroe Lassiter.
Yeah, that's legitimate, Charles.
All right. I'll see you later.
Gene, have a seat. So tell me, what'd you find out about what Monk's been charged with?
Oh, he's been cleared of the attempted rape charge, but he's still being held for breaking and entering.
That's great. See, we can probably get that reduced to probably to trespassing.
Yeah, I talked to Rubecker, and he thought it would be wise if I got myself a lawyer. So.
Oh, absolutely. Now, you told me that Monk didn't have any other previous record?
That's right.
That's good. That's good. With that, I think we got a better than 50-50 chance of getting it reduced to trespassing. And if your mama prays real hard, then I think with a reasonable judge, we probably get a suspended sentence.
Yeah. You know, Harold, this might sound crazy, but for some crazy reason, I really feel responsible for Monk.
You know, he's a real lucky fellow to have somebody like you on his side.
Well, the poor boy's been through the mill once before, and I don't see any sense in him going back to that.
Well, with you going to bat for him, he might not have to.
Hey, what would you say if I told you that I was thinking about taking him in? I mean, living with us.
Theoretically, I'd say it sounds great.
Theoretically?
You got any idea what all this entails?
Yeah, pretty much. I've given it some thought, but to tell you the truth, I think that's the only way that the kid's gonna make it.
Well, in that case, it's not theoretical anymore, is it? You want me to look into that for you?
As soon as possible.
All right. As soon as possible.
Mom? Ben, are you busy?
I was just telling Ben about your visit from Russ this morning.
Yeah, how about that?
I hope he didn't upset you.
No, it was good, really. Made me feel like I was helping him somehow just by being there.
Well, I don't doubt that. But what was wrong? Anything in particular?
Oh, I don't know, really. He just seemed to need somebody to talk to. I don't know why he didn't talk to Marianne or somebody like that, but maybe she's just too close, you know. But I just listened, mainly.
Well, good listeners are few and far between.
Yeah, and I don't know, it made me feel good that I was
helping someone to feel good. You know, when I've been such a burden to everybody for so long.
Honey, you're not a burden.
Hey, you don't really believe that, do you? Because nothing could be further from the truth.
Ben is right. You know, we all have to depend on each other, but you're not a burden, believe me. Say, we're really not being very good listeners right now, are we? What did you want to see me about?
Nothing. I was just killing time before my appointment with Dr. Galvin.
Dr. Galvin?
Yeah, she's an OBGYN. Used to be over at Methodist, transferred here to Kingsley General a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. There isn't anything wrong, is there?
No, I'm just getting a checkup. Ben's been after me for a while to do that.
Yeah, that's right, Terry. Now I can finally stop my nagging.
Yeah, well, I better go.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
I'll see you, Mom.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Oops.
Home, sweet home.
What?
What are you shaking about, honey? You did an okay job.
Thanks. I'd really like to be left alone right now, if you don't mind.
Well, don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you.